Hey everybody, it's Lon Seibin. Hello from Berlin, Germany. I am at IFA here at an event called Showstoppers, and that means it's time for another tech dispatch from the road. And we've got a lot of fun stuff to see inside here. There's about 80 different tech companies that we're going to check out. And I do want to let you know that this trip is sponsored by Lenovo, who covered our travel expenses to come out here. However, they are not reviewing or approving this content before it is uploaded, and all of the opinions you're about to hear are my own. And you will see some stuff from Lenovo's presentation here in Berlin a little bit later in the video. But why don't we head on in there and see what we have waiting for us. Now, my first stop here is at EpoMaker, and we've looked at their keyboards before, specifically this one here with the little screen. But they've got a lot of other cool things, and they're pretty popular here, as you can see. So some neat designs here, some minimalist kind of approaches to things. They even have this one that they call the Phantom that is completely transparent, which is pretty neat. And this little guy is the TH14, sells for about $110, and it even has a wrist strap so you can carry it around with you. And of course, these are all using mechanical switches of different varieties that you can pick out. All right, we're over here at Anker's table, and I found this charger that looked pretty interesting. This is a 250-watt prime charger, and what's innovative about it is that it's got a display on here where you can monitor how much power is going into your devices as it charges. And again, 250 watts on this one. Now, also from Anker, they've got this neat 3-in-1 charger for your Apple devices, an Apple Watch. You've got some AirPod chargers here and MagSafe for your iPhone. And what's cool is that it folds right up here into a really small package, a really cool stocking stuffer, I think. And they've got a couple of different colors available as well. So if you've got Apple fans in your life, this might be a fun traveling companion. These sell for about $100. I have not been backing things on Kickstarter lately, but there's one product behind me here that I think is really going to help with my production workflow on my phone, and I was very excited to see it here. Let's take a look. So this is what I backed. This is called the Lexar Professional Go, and as you can see, it is attaching here to this iPhone via its USB Type-C connector there in the back. It doesn't connect over MagSafe, so you do have room to use a MagSafe charger if you want, but you may not need to here. So what this is a USB-C hub for your phone. So you've got power pass-through, and then you have a free USB-C data port, so I could plug my microphone in while I've got power going in. And on the bottom here, they have a solid-state drive that you can use to record your footage. So if you're doing a lot of video production work, especially on an iPhone, this could be really helpful because you can get your external storage, which many apps now support for video recording, in a pretty small package here. And it also is set to not exceed the voltage limits of the phone, so it won't drop out on you either. So that's why I was excited to see this one in person and to back it. And the whole kit here with the SSD costs $159. Now this is the Lexar workflow solution, and this is a Thunderbolt bay that works with these custom modules here. And if my friend can pick one up and pop it in, they've got solid state drives here, so that's the SSD one going in. They've got card readers. They've got a bunch of different types of modules that you can snap into this thing when you're at your desk to download or offload footage. And these are just USB drives, so you can pop them out and plug them directly into your device if you want. Over here, they've got a smaller version of it, and this one will let you plug your phone in to dump its data off if you're trying to get footage copied off your phone in the field. No price on this yet. It is coming out soon from Lexar. Good stuff. So I stopped over here at the Shure table, and they've got a new microphone here called the MV6. This is a beginner's microphone for podcasting and gaming. As you can see around the back here, it connects up via USB Type-C, and it's designed to be simple, and they've got some software here that will guide you through the process very simply, and really just plug it in and you're good to go, but you do have the ability to adjust things over time as you learn. So great way to get started with some lower cost stuff that will compete with some of the other streaming devices we're seeing in the market. So here's something neat. This is called the Move Mic, and these are a lavalier microphone kit, very similar to what we see from Rode and DJI, but these are super small. The set costs $500 with a receiving unit, which is off camera right now. And these will actually connect directly to certain phones that have the Shure video app, and you can actually use this over Bluetooth yet get high quality audio. Now what I like about them is that when your talent or your guest is wearing it, my friend's going to clip it on here, it basically disappears because it is so small. It's designed to work like you see it there, and it just clips in very discreetly, so you don't have like a big unit that you're carrying around with you. And of course, they charge inside of their connector there. So these sell for about $500. And one last thing at the Shure table here, one of my favorite microphones of all time is the Shure SM58. These are great cardioid microphones. They're designed for vocals. And they've always been known as a microphone with a silver top, but now they've got some painted ones here. This one's black, as you can see. There's also a special edition red one as well. So cool stuff here from Shure. Now, if you're somebody who always leaves your plugs behind in a hotel room or even in your house somewhere, this might be something of interest. These are the PlugBugs. This one on the right here is a 50-watt unit that sells for $69, and then they've got another one here with 120 watts. That's about $1 a watt, $119.99. And these have Apple Find My built in, so if you walk out of the hotel room without it, you'll get that notification that you left it behind. And the Find My component is separate electrically on here, so it is powered by a little watch battery similar to what you put into your AirTag. So it's totally separate. You won't have anything burning it out. But I thought it was kind of a neat idea to have a Find My integrated into the power adapter. And of course, if it's in your bag, it doubles as an AirTag even when it's not plugged in. Now, you don't usually see Amazon exhibiting at one of these shows, but they are exhibiting here. And I just thought it was funny. They've got a Fire TV here hooked up to an old CRT. Pretty cool stuff, but it looks like they are celebrating 10 years of Fire TV here at IFA. But no new products to announce, but just rare to see Amazon actually exhibiting at one of these things. So I was walking by this table, I'm like, oh, here's another 3D printer, but this one's kind of neat, and I haven't heard of it before. It's called the Toybox, and for about $350, you get a bunch of colored spindles of filament here along with the printer itself, a smaller printer, but you can make all this stuff, including your own toys that are licensed. So some of these things you have to pay like a download fee for, like an App Store kind of thing. But they've got like the Ninja Turtles licensed here, Scooby-Doo, we got SpongeBob over there, and what it does is it prints out in sections, and then it snaps together like a model, like the ones I used to play with as a kid. Also, you can go in their app and design stuff from scratch if you want, and they've also got a bunch of free items available too. And for me, the NASA fan, they even have the SLS that you can put together. Takes about a day or so to print the whole thing out because it does take a while, but you get yourself a bunch of model pieces, and then your kids can assemble the rocket from scratch there. Pretty cool stuff from Toybox. So this is the Yarbo. I saw this on Facebook recently. They had like some crowdfunding thing going on. This is not cheap. It's about $8,500 if you get the Yarbo with the little tractor here, the Snowblower module, and the lawn mowing module. Now they're telling me this thing can do 6 acres of lawn mowing, which is something that I haven't seen on any of these robotic mowers that have been pitched to me of recent times here. So pretty heavy duty stuff here. It looks like a little tank, and you can even control it with a Xbox controller here too. It's got headlights, and you can have it do its work autonomously, or you can control it with the game controller. Additionally, it's got a charging pad here that it will back up on and charge. Now, it doesn't melt the snow on the pad, so you have to put a cover over it. And then when you send it out snow blowing, when it comes back, it'll actually blow the snow. Whoa, there it goes. It'll blow the snow off of the pad to charge. So keep your fingers out of there, everybody. But if you needed a way to get your lawn mowing and your snow blowing done in the winter and the summertime without having to get off your couch, here you go. And it's $8,500, and maybe some of you might be able to find an ROI on this versus paying somebody to do it for you. All right, so now let's pivot over to what I saw at Lenovo earlier today. First of all, they had this crazy presentation. It's really amazing how much money these companies spend on press events. They held it at this venue in the eastern side of the city that used to be some kind of water utility facility, and it's left untouched. So it's got this very raw industrial feel to it, and they made the most of it in their design there. Now, the big thing that came out of their presentation was that now all of the major chip makers have Copilot Plus capable PCs. Up until now, it was only Snapdragon that could do that. So there's still a limited amount of functionality in Copilot Plus, but as more developers start doing things, you should be able now to take advantage of those features, provided you have a capable Intel, AMD, or Snapdragon processor. So they're opening it up a bit, but you have to have the latest generation of these second-gen AI chips to do it. Now, additionally, they showed off an app called the Creator Zone, which tries to simplify on-device image generation. This is free for compatible computers. It's running with Stable Diffusion 3.0 as its generation engine. and it did okay. Still not as good as a data center might do. And the PCs they were running it on were running with NVIDIA GPUs to handle the load there of developing the images. The images that you're seeing here were developed in about 30 to 45 seconds, and they were 8K Ultra HD images, at least according to the settings that I had dialed in there. So pretty cool stuff, but we're still not quite there with local AI just yet, but hopefully developers will start doing more now with all of these new chips in the marketplace. So now we're going to pivot over to another event I attended where I got some hands-on experience with some of their new PCs. Let me know what you think I should get in to review next. Have a look. So our first stop here at the Lenovo exhibit is these new Snapdragon-based PCs that are all under $1,000. This one actually was my favorite of the mix because it's so minimal, but unfortunately this won't be available on the US side of the market, but it will be in other parts of the world. And these are running with the Snapdragon X Plus chip, which has 8 cores versus 10 on the Elites that we've looked at earlier, so they won't be performing as well, but the price point is there. And actually this one, the large 16-inch here, a ThinkBook 16, has a battery that should last you about 30 hours, and it's only $749. So that's a really good deal. I'm looking forward to testing this one when it's available because I think this one will be quite attractive for people that want the battery life and the low price point and decent performance. But all of these are well under $1,000. I believe this one here, which is the ThinkPad or the IdeaPad 5, which is a 2-in-1 here, is selling for about $849. So lots of value here coming down from Lenovo very shortly. So Lenovo's got a new thing here called Aura that they're doing in partnership with Intel. There's a bunch of features related to this. One of my favorites here is what my friend Katie's going to demo. Here we've got an iPhone. Here we've got a Lenovo Windows computer. Check this out. She's going to bump it, and boom, we've got photos from the phone that we can transfer over almost as easily as you can AirDrop on the Mac side. So if you're an iPhone user and you like Windows, this might be a good solution for you because it is just as simple as doing a little bump there and you're good to go. They've got some other features that will allow you to prevent people from looking over your shoulder. It'll actually blur the screen when there are people trying to peep on what you're doing. And they even got a mode where you can have the computer rate your posture as you're sitting in front of it, too. So lots of cool little features here that are built into these Aura Edition PCs. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the laptops that I'm really liking here are not going to be available in the US. I love the look of these Slim 5s, and these are going to sell for about $699. That's in euros. Here in Europe, and I'm sure for similar prices around the world. AMD-powered 13-inch displays here. Very attractive machines that I think are very nicely priced for what they offer. Now, if you got $2,000 laying around and you want a nice ThinkPad, this is the new X1 Carbon Gen 13. It now weighs a kilogram, so it is super lightweight. It feels hollow when you pick it up, but it's got an Intel Core Ultra 9 on board, so you get a good amount of performance out of this little machine. And if you don't mind paying a little bit extra for that portability, you can definitely get a nice, low-compromise, lightweight laptop here. And this should be out soon, and hopefully we'll get one in for review. All right, here's something rather cool. I've got a laptop here just sitting on the desk, but if I say this, high twist, open lid, it opens right up for me automatically. Pretty cool. And likewise, I can say high twist, close lid, and down it goes. But it does some other stuff, too. Where on this screen here, there's a demo. I got to move my camera a little bit here so I can pick up my face. And as I move around here, the laptop will follow me wherever I am going. And they even have like a panoramic picture mode where it can take a picture of an entire room. Now, this is not a shipping product. It's kind of a concept. And we always see these things at these Lenovo shows to see what the future might be for their product line, and this was kind of a neat little concept here if you're looking for a computer that can open and close itself with a voice command as opposed to physical movement. So there you go, some interesting stuff here from Lenovo that'll be shipping over the next couple of months. I was most interested in those new Snapdragon machines because we haven't seen affordable ARM-based Windows computers that can perform halfway decently, and I think they've got some on tap here that we will definitely check out in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for reviews on those. It's always good to get out here to Berlin when IFA is in town because you're able to see things that maybe you don't get all the time at CES, given that we are in the European market for this event. So lots of good stuff. We'll try to get in as much of these things that we saw as possible for reviews coming up. And until next time, this is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching. And also thank you to Lenovo for sponsoring the trip. See you next time.